Today, the Atlanta Police Homicide Unit is asking for your help. We need to locate 29-year-old Rayshawn Bennett. He's wanted in connection with the shooting death of 28-year-old James Adams on December 10th, 2020. The incident took place at 978 Peoples Street. Officers responded to a person shot call and located the victim, Mr. James Adams, in the middle of the street with a gunshot wound to the head. A second victim later showed up at the fire station number 14 with a gunshot wound to the abdomen. Both of these stemmed from the same incident.
December 10th, 2020, Atlanta, Georgia. Shots rang out in the southwest area. Investigators say it started with a drive-by. 4 men in a white SUV rolling through enemy territory looking for smoke. But the mission went wrong. Gunfire was exchanged, and one of the men in the SUV, he was hit.
Investigators continue searching for Mr. Bennett, and we're asking anyone with information on his whereabouts to contact Crime Stoppers at 404-577-TIPS. Rayshawn Bennett is wanted with the charges of felony murder, aggravated assault, and participation in criminal street gang activity. Again, we are asking anybody with the knowledge of his whereabouts to contact Crime Stoppers.
Breaking right now on Up Late, a local rapper wanted for murder is behind bars. Atlanta police say YFN Lucci, whose real name is Rayshawn Bennett, turned himself in tonight. He is charged with the death of James Adams from about a month ago on Peoples Street. There was another person also shot, but that person survived.
When you hear December 10th, 2020, what comes in your mind?
Shit, the day that changed my life, basically.
December 10th, it didn't just change the streets that night. It changed YFN Lucci's entire life. 1 minute, he was riding a wave of platinum hits. The next, he was tied to a body left on the side of the road and his name on a warrant. Vlogs painted him guilty before the jury even can sit down. Police called him the driver. Prosecutors called him the mastermind. But 4 years later, Lucci sat down with Wallo. He didn't duck the question. He looked back at December 10th and said, that's the night everything changed.
A lot of people been talking about, how I like threw my partner out of the car and shit. But it was never that. You know what I'm saying? Like at the time, first off, 90% of the world, they ain't never even been shot at. They ain't never witnessed nobody dying. So all this going on at one time, I look back, my partner, he bleeding out. So we get out the car, we trying to pick him up. But like, you see, as you know, I was little as fuck then.
Yeah, you was small.
Yeah, I was little as fuck. He was about my size, a little bigger. So we trying to put him back in the car. And, he heavy, it's dead weight, you feel me? And we don't know if these niggas finna keep shooting at us. We don't know what's going on. We don't know police over here, we don't know. We just scrambling, you feel me? Mind racing, heart racing, adrenaline just pumping. So we just lay him down, and we pulled out. But it wasn't like, damn, we threw him out the car. We didn't throw him out no damn car. We just couldn't help him. We couldn't save him.
And that's when the story of the realest in Atlanta begins. Not with music, not with fame, but with the night that almost ended it all. This is the story of YFN Lucci, the last of a dying breed. Before the charges, before the headlines, YFN Lucci was one of Atlanta's fastest rising voices. Born Rayshawn Bennett, raised in Summerhill, one of the roughest neighborhoods in the city, Lucci came up with pain in his voice and the streets behind him. By 2014, he signed with Think It's a Game Records, the same label that gave the world rich homie Quan. But it was Wish Me Well 2 that came out in 2016 that changed everything. The breakout single, Key to the Streets, with Migos in Trouble, turned Lucci into more than just an Atlanta rapper. It turned him into a star. Lucci music, it wasn't industry polished. It was pain rap. From songs like I Wonder Why to Everyday We Lit, his catalog sounded like the struggle of Atlanta. And for the city, that automatically meant something. The fans believed him. The streets respected him. To many, Lucci was stamped the realest in Atlanta way before December 10th. But being the realest come with a price. Same energy that built his reputation was the same energy that pulled him deeper into the streets. Eventually, the headlines changed.
Facing a judge. A Fulton County judge denied bond for an Atlanta rapper charged with murder. YFN Lucci, whose real name is Rayshawn Bennett, is charged in the death of James Adams. You can hear the 911 calls as neighbors plead for help.
Baby, can y'all please get an ambulance here? This man is dying. He just took his last breath, man.
The shooting happened about a month ago on Peoples Street. He's one of 3 suspects charged in the shooting.
By the time the white SUV sped off, 28-year-old James Adams was left in the streets. Police say he was shot in the head, and the neighbors watched as he was pushed out of the truck. Adams laid there just bleeding out. Minutes later, another man from the same truck turns up at the fire station. bleeding from gunshot wounds to the stomach. Investigators later identified him as 32-year-old Kevin Wright. He survived, but police was able to tie the shooting, the body in the street, and the SUV all together. Within days, Atlanta police named YFN Lucci as the suspect. They said he was the driver. Prosecutors charged him with murder, aggravated assault, and gang activity. And after years of being locked away, Lucci finally made a deal with the prosecutors. January 2024, he pled guilty to one gang count under the Georgia Street Gang Terrorism Act. Prosecutors dropped the other 12 charges, including murder and RICO. The sentence was 20 years, 10 behind bars, 10 on probation. But thanks to already time served, he became eligible for parole almost immediately. His conditions was no gang ties, no weapons, no contact with co-defendant. The system traded away the deadlier charges, but the story of December 10th, the pain, the loss, those can't be erased. To the headlines, the story was over. Another rapper traded a murder case for a plea deal. But to the streets, it meant something else. After everything, the loss, the jail cell, the worst day of his life, Lucci never folded. He stood 10 toes down. And that's why when Atlanta talk about who's the realest, his name stay in the conversation. YFN Lucci, the realest nigga in Atlanta. And he's gonna stay that way.
Hey.
Plug talk.
You're looking at the plug. Understand how the fuck my plug talk. Ooh, you know I got it.
Brought to you by Daily Plug.
Yeah.